Hello, Luke Pagka here. I am an artist and now indie game dev, having just released a while back a small, cozy narrative game called A Weekend Trip. Feel free to check the description to get the game on Steam or itch.io. In this devlog, I will be looking back at the development of this game and will talk about some takeaways I got while making it. Making this game was a bit of a roller coaster. There were times where I was fully in love with it and times where I did not like it at all. I know that always comes with creating anything, but this one definitely had more highs and lows than when I was creating my first game. I think the thing that made it hard was because I started creating the game from a very convoluted idea and I had to solve the problems I had while also navigating making a narrative-driven game for the first time as well. I had to keep coming back to the scope I wanted to focus on, but also didn't want to make the game not fun to play. Overall, I love what I was able to accomplish in the end. It wasn't easy and clean, but I'm happy I was able to push myself and see it through the end and finish it. Honestly, there are still some things I want to adjust and add even though the game is already released, so stay tuned for those updates later, as I mull on them while also moving on from it and thinking about the next game I want to do. Just like with Surreal House, I think this game is also a big experiment for me. It was less about breaking rules and more about seeing if I can follow some tropes I like, and in the process it helped me come up with good ideas that I wrote down for possible future games. So you can definitely say that I wouldn't be able to come up with these ideas if it weren't for me making this quote-unquote experiment. I did learn a little bit more about development while making this. One lesson is definitely stepping back once you feel stuck. Maybe work on something else or just not look at it for hours or days even. Then coming back with a more level head so that you can have a fresher mind in forming ideas. Another thing I learned is that I tend to make things more complicated in the hopes of making something more engaging and unique, but in the end it actually doesn't matter sometimes and I should just stick with what works, or find a simpler way to emulate what I want to try to do. An example for this is the choice to make the narration of the game be in third person and have River only speak by letting the player choose to. I had many other ideas about it, like having River themselves narrate or having no narration at all. But when I tried those, in the end, I didn't like how it felt. Only for one day, I woke up thinking, wait, maybe I don't want the character to talk to the player, but make like an omniscient third person describe what the character feels. That way, the player feels that they can make the character act in any way they want, since people tend to put themselves in characters usually. That worked with my hope that people will not attach themselves to River and treat River as more of a character on their own, that they can make into whoever they want, rather than just be a mirror of the player. I hope that all made sense. It did in my head, but I hope I was able to communicate it concisely. There's so much more that I want to share about game design and game development, especially after finishing 2 games, but I think that will be better as a separate video. In this video, I just want to close this chapter and look back proud of the work that I've done. I do really like everything about this game, even its flaws. I know it's not perfect and not for everyone, but I think I was able to make what I think is a fun little cozy narrative for people to enjoy, even for only a few hours. I think what I'm most proud about is seeing how much I enjoy using the art and music to build an atmosphere. That was one of the most fun things I did in making this game. Creating the different sprites and backgrounds and seeing them come alive in the game with music that I would like to think goes perfectly with them makes me smile looking back at it. Especially seeing people compliment those parts of the game as well. This may be a little experiment in creating a short cozy narrative, but it still had 100% my effort and heart into it, and I hope people will see it and enjoy it for what it is as well. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who bought this game and my first one, Surreal House, and I really hope that if you like it, you are able to leave a review, because that will help a lot in the long run, especially so that more people will be able to see my game. And that's it for this devlog. If you want to see more of this, be sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to hang out with me, why not visit me live on Twitch sometimes. Thank you for listening to my ramblings, and until the next one.